Hey, it's Julie checking in with you on day 10 of StoryADay May, and today I wanted to talk about how to organise your stories. I'm not going to tell you how to organise your stories, I'm going to show you how I'm organising my stories. So this is what my Scrivener document looks like, and as you can see I'm already in a little bit of trouble because I can't find day 5. I know I wrote on day 5, I haven't been able to locate where I put it yet. So let's say I go in here, some days I actually write in Scrivener. So this was day 1, I wrote 5 sentences in here. On day 2, I just told myself to go and look in my journal because I have a bunch of these journals. They'll eventually get, when I finish this book, it gets a date down here. So I'll know this is the May one, and they're all on a shelf over there. So I'll be able to look it up, and I've put the page. I have not put the page count in there. I've not put the page reference in there. Okay, need to put the page reference in there. The next day I wrote here. The next day I wrote my journal again. This time I put the page numbers in. Day 5 is a problem. I think it's in Google Docs. I think. I'll need to go and find that. Day 6. So what I do is I write the stories and then I open up Scrivener at a later point in the day and make a note about what I did. So day 6 word list, I made a note about where it was and I wrote some notes for myself to remind myself what was going on that day. So for example, on day 6 I did not follow my own rules and I rebelled, and instead of writing a story that contained all of the words in the prompt, I wrote 10 little tiny stories. This one I wrote in my journal, and because it was so short I just took a picture of it and put it in here. I'll probably come back and type it out. This one I wrote a story in my notes app. Oh, maybe that's what I did in day 5. Anyway, I wrote a story in my notes app on my phone, and I haven't had a chance to transcribe it in here yet, or send it over. And then day 10 I haven't written yet. The point of all this is that I know if I have one perfect place that I write every day, then there's a very good chance I'll miss out on writing a story that day, because maybe I'm really comfortable on the couch and I don't want to get up and come up to my office, which I'm super privileged to have. I'm very happy I have that now, but maybe I don't want to come up here. Maybe I don't want to have to work on my laptop or have to work on my desktop, or so maybe I do just want to make a note in my phone's notes app, and just sit there and thumb things away in the adverts of the baseball, for example, or after I've watched Rogue One, which I did last night. And if I have one place that I can write, and one notebook that I have to write in, or one piece of software I have to use, or one pen that I have to use, that's one more barrier between me and that day's writing. So I allow myself to write wherever I am, whatever. In fact, I think there might have been a napkin involved. Maybe that's where day 5's story is. And I allow myself to do that, and the only trouble with that is I have to remember to have a central repository where I at least make notes about where I've put things. Ask me how I know this. It's because I've done it without this central repository and trying to make daily notes in the past, and I've lost more than one story in the process. So that was my suggestion to you. If you love to be routine and write in the same notebook with the same pen, fine. But what happens if your pen breaks? What happens if you can't find the notebook? There's a chance that you're going to not write that day. And what's more important, writing it the way that you thought you were going to write it, or just writing? In my not so humble opinion, it's the writing that's important. And I would encourage you to do it wherever you can, whenever you can. And if you can keep track of what you're up to and where you stored things and sort of slap them all into one central repository, then do it. If you can't and you want to spend June scrabbling around your house looking for all the stories you wrote, that's fine too. Just sharing what I've been up to. Keep writing.